Good afternoon. For over 35 years, we have assembled here at this community house on this day to share our memories of loved ones, family members, and friends of Cherry Grove that are no longer with us. It was started by the late Dr. Charles Whipple and the late Dominic DeSantis. For Cherry Grove here, I like to say, in a community where the majority shares life with a partner, loving and caring relationships are precious and prevalent. Losing a member of this community is not only a sad turn of life for the family, but it's also a sad day for the whole community. Since we gathered here a year ago, many of us lost personal friends and family members, but we all affected by the loss of friends of this community. We are grateful to all those who were here before us, who created and contributed to the beautiful life we share living in this community. Later I will read the name of record of those who departed. Now Matt Bainey will play some reflective music. The first speaker is Amy Schreiber of the Community Association.
It's just, before I start, I can't tell you how moving it is to look at our community and to see how we show up for each other. Good morning, everyone. I just want to start by thanking the Memorial Fund, not just for their generosity, but for the remarkable leadership that has made this organization what it is. And to their outgoing president, Richard Schack, the kindness and grace and dedication you have brought to this role has left an indelible mark. I'm sure you're right. Thank you, Joshua David. Congratulations on the new appointment as president. And to Roland, thank you for always making this service so beautiful. And to all the incoming and current board members, thank you for your stewardship. The Memorial Fund does something that cannot be overstated. They do not simply honor our dearly departed, they preserve their stories, their history, and their place in the fabric of this community. And through their endowment, they extend that spirit and support to the organizations that carry the work of Cherry Grove forward. And without them, so much of what we hold dear here would simply not get done. This Memorial Day feels especially solemn. We have lost so many dear friends and family. It is truly inconceivable how much loss one community can carry year after year. But there is something that gives me comfort, and I hope it will for you too, that is that Cherry Grove takes you in like a family and completely and without condition. And from the moment you step off the boat, there is no place like it in the entire world. And my hope is that those who are suffering right now will find comfort in their friends and neighbors and know we see you and we are standing with you. Growing up, my family went to the Memorial Day Parade every year. I'm sure a lot of people in here did the same. Right down Main Street of our town, and everyone came out for it. There was such a sense of community and pride and celebration, all of us together for one purpose. That feeling stayed with me for my whole life. And what I feel here is just that, but even more profound. The weight, the solemnness, and yet the celebration of it somehow unites us all. My dad was a veteran. He was patriotic and a hallowed man, and he was kind and open and inclusive before it was cool to be inclusive. A truly beautiful human being. He believed deeply in the dignity of service and the bravery of those who stood beside him, and his values shaped me, who I am. And I think of him every day, and I hope that I'm making him proud. We also thank the LGBTQIA+ veterans who we have lost and who have served, and their courage is part of our story here in Cherry Grove, and we carry them with us always. This weekend is filled with laughter and reunions and barbecues and the simple joy of being together in a place that we love. But beneath all of that is something far deeper. Memorial Day asks us to pause and to honor those whose sacrifices made all of this possible. It is a profoundly significant day for all of us, a reminder that the freedoms we enjoy, including the freedom to live authentically as we are ourselves, were made possible through extraordinary sacrifice. I am grateful that we get to gather here in the place that I love more than any place else in the world, and I'm grateful that we all get to mourn alongside the people who we consider our chosen family, and that somehow here we can find comfort in each other and for them. I wish you all a very meaningful Memorial Day.
The next speaker is Michael Moran of the Arts Project.
Welcome, Cherry Grove. We ran out of tissues from yesterday. As we gather here in Cherry Grove today, we pause to remember the many beautiful souls we've lost this year. After last night's Homecoming Queen contest, I'm surprised I'm not on the list. Friends, neighbors, performers, volunteers, pioneers, partners, and yes, even our beloved pets, who brought so much joy and companionship to our family and our community, are being celebrated today. In a community as close as ours, every loss is felt so deeply. They're not just names you will hear today. They were the laughter at tea dances, the applause in the community house, the conversations on the beach, the helping hands, the familiar waves from the front decks, and all the walks. Some gave decades to this community. Some arrived more recently and instantly became a part of this fabric in Cherry Grove. All of them helped shape this spirit of this extraordinary place we call home, Cherry Grove. And for those cherished pets we lost, including our little baby Phyllis, they too were family here. They walked beside us through joy, through pride, celebration, and healing, which we need so much today. Their love was unconditional, and their absence is real. We honor every memory, every story, every laugh, every muffin, and every life that touched ours. May we continue to carry them forward the way that we love each other and support each other in a way that no one else does other than Cherry Grove. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Memorial Fund, for everything, and also for fixing this new speaker.
The next speaker is Josh David of the Memorial Fund.
Hi, thank you all for joining us today. Before I begin, a quick thank you to Roland and Ray and Dan Daly and Matt Bainey for their work putting together today's presentation. Thank you also to the archives for their uplifting memorial display, which is right outside across the wall. CGCAI and the Arts Project for hosting us, and to the Memorial Fund's previous chair, Richard Shack, who has so eloquently presided over this gathering in years past. I also want to give a special thank you to CGCAI and Amy for so beautifully preparing the email notices of passing we've come to depend on. As of tomorrow, in agreement with CGCAI, the Memorial Fund will assume the responsibility for sending these notices. We hope we have no more notices to send for a very long time. But should that sad time come, please reach out to me or any Memorial Fund board member with news you think we might want to know. So now, today we come together to mourn the loss and celebrate the lives of 27 community members who passed away this year, as well as 7 of our beloved animal companions. Every year we do this. We come together to remember and celebrate those who've left us. But the sense of a collective loss this year feels bigger than in any year I can remember. Every conversation I had with a neighbor over the winter reflected on this loss, notable not just for the number of the departed, but the outsized role that many of them played in making Cherry Grove the place we love dearly. Each of the departed was a distinct individual, a spouse or partner, a parent or close family member, a cherished beach buddy, an eccentric neighbor, a devoted pet. The grief that any one of us feels for any one of the departed is deeply personal. No general words I say will meaningfully address the specificity of that grief, except to say that everyone in this room is here for you, to give you what you need, what we can in this moment of need. At the same time, each of these individuals was part of the fabric of Cherry Grove, the person who built our dunes, or fought our fires, or kept us free of ticks, or tended the garden we admired all season long, or delighted us with a lipstick, wig, and a saucy drag persona. When these people leave us, we mourn them for the individuals they were and for their keystone role in building the structure of Cherry Grove. How do you move forward from such a collective loss? 3 words come to mind: remembrance, rededication, and love. Remembrance. We keep them in our hearts and minds with recollections, shared photos, and ceremony, as Cherry Grove has always done so well. Rededication. We honor their legacy by recommitting to the work they devoted themselves to make Cherry Grove as beautiful, accepting, and vibrant as it can be. Both for us, the neighbors and for the neighbors and loved ones they've left behind, and also for the generations that will follow us. Love. We steadfastly show compassion to our friends and neighbors who are feeling loss most keenly, with warm embraces, with listening or accepting silence, with ritual and ceremony, and by remembering that their need for comfort and grace will last a long time. You don't need me to tell you this. You all do this spontaneously. That's what makes this the place we love so much. But we can rededicate ourselves as we do today. We live on a spit of shifting sand. The land beneath our feet can be washed away when we least expect it. But we ensure we have ground to stand on by joining together to protect the delicate island in the sea and by constantly reweaving the fabric of our community. Today, we honor these departed champions of Cherry Grove by remembering their unique beauty and souls, by rededicating ourselves to the values they fought for, and by giving our love and compassion to their loved ones as they would want us to do. Thank you.
Now I shall read the name of the departed. So I just received a note that Jonathan Farrell, brother-in-law of Jill Navarro, passed away at the unexpectedly young age of 48. He loved Cherry Grove and visited as often as he was able to do. J. Anning, longtime companion of Jose Agadir. Jay was an illustrated book designer living at a house called Deer Abbey on Lewis Walk. every 4th of July, for many years, it changed into Bethpage. And together with his sister, Chris Anderson, known as Brookhaven, donning rather garish but glittering outfits, as we all remember. We will miss him dearly. Jamie Atkinson, a dedicated member of the community ambulance. He played a crucial role in the first responders EMS program here in Cherry Grove in 2014. Many of you may not have the opportunity to meet Jamie personally. However, his impact on our community was profound. At the age of 19, Jamie responded to the September 11th tragic event at Ground Zero. He got infected with the rare cancer disease, which was officially linked to his 9/11 service. His selfless contribution to our EMS program has left an indelible mark on our community. Barbara Bosson, wife of June Hummel, and longtime resident of Cherry Grove, living on East Walk. Barbara was a Cherry Grove Fire Commissioner for many years. Our condolences go to June and all those who held Barbara dear. Jack Davidson, longtime partner of Jack Cohen. Jack lived on Main Walk since 1950. In 2016, Jack met with the Archives Board and expressed his desire to donate a track film, 60mm film, Camilo, to the Archives collection. The film was made in Cherry Grove and also in New York City by Jack's friend Bob Alston at a time when drag was illegal during the McCarthy era. Jack Davidson's memory is presented in our archives. Mason Davis, father of Kai Davis. Mr. Davis was a pioneering civil rights attorney, a corporate litigator, and educator who played a crucial role in dismantling legal segregation across Alabama. As the only 9th black attorney to practice in Birmingham, Mr. Davis spent several decades breaking racial barriers with academia, corporate boardrooms, and civic leadership within the state of Alabama and the nation. His legendary career left an enduring impact on the state's legal and social landscape. Barney Frank, husband of James Reddy. Barney publicly came out as gay in 1987, becoming the first openly gay member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Massachusetts, where he served since 1980. Frank was born and raised in Bayonne, New Jersey. He just passed away at the age of 86. Frank visited Cherry Grove and the Pines too in the past, and he felt at home immediately. Susan Friedner, partner of Kathy Ekdahl and sister of Ruth Friedner. Susan passed away at the age of 82. Both sisters were longtime residents and highly cherished members of Cherry Grove. Susan, together with her sister Ruth, were fixtures of Cherry Grove theater life, delighting audiences for years as performers. The most memorable turn together came in a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, where they captivated the community as the Gemini twins. The resemblance was so uncanny that audiences couldn't stop asking, who did their makeup? The answer, of course, was nature itself. Susan gave generously of her time and energy to this community. She loved the arts project and the theater and the grove. I asked the twins once, how can I recognize you? Susan said, that is very easy. I wear my watch on my left arm, and Ruth wears her watch on her right arm. That was easy. Again, Susan was a true provide in every sense. We will miss her. David Gersten, longtime Jericho firefighter, a 25-year member of the department, serving as lieutenant. David was president of the fire department's executive board since 2022. He was most proud of bringing back, with Brett Roper, the beloved pancake breakfast, a favorite community event. He has been a resident of the Grove since 1993. David worked as press representative, marketing consultant, and producer on Broadway, off-Broadway, and across the country. For over 30 years, his full-service boutique firm, David Gersten and Associates, provided publicity and marketing for a diverse range of clients since 2000. He was a proud union leader and serving as vice president of the Association of Theatrical Press Agents and Managers. But above all, we remember him as a faithful participant of the Cherry Grove Fire Department. Barbara Green, we knew her as Bobby Green, wife of Doreen Rallo, living on East Walk at a house named Yours, Mine and Ours. Bobby was a very strong, one-of-a-kind woman and a real icon and the heart and soul of Cherry Grove. She loved our community and participated in major events like the Doctor's House benefits, fire department, breast cancer benefits, casino and bingo nights. She was vice president of the Dunes Fund. Whenever somebody needed a ride from or to the ferry, Bobby was there to assist, and she was always the driver. Every morning she would arrange the chairs at the pit on the beach for friends to share a sunny day with her and Doreen. Bobby spoke up at every community meeting to voice her opinion. At the end of each meeting, she usually said, I make a motion to adjourn. Bobby will be missed. Cherry Grove will feel her loss. We send our deepest condolences to Doreen and to all who cherished Bobby. Judy Hester, wife of Don Hester, born to Percy and Grace Hall. From her early days as class president to her role as voting counselor at Camp Edie, where she met her husband Don, Judy's life was marked by service and dedication. Her journey took her from nursing training in New York to further studies in Ohio, eventually leading back to Long Island, where she made significant contributions to the Brookhaven National Library. A pillar of the community, Judy was involved in various church activities, youth groups, and even broke barriers as the first female warden at St. Anne's Church. Her impact extended beyond her local community as she served as a firefighter in Cherry Grove and made history as the first woman elected to the fire department's chief position. With a marriage lasting 64 years, 3 children, 3 grandchildren, and over 40 foreign exchange students welcomed to her home. Julie's legacy of love and kindness will forever be remembered by all who knew her. Richard Iorio, better known as Bella. When D.B. Addison brought Bella to Cherry Grove over 50 years ago, she performed I Got Love here on the stage from the Broadway musical Curly. From that time on, Bella performed for the Arts Project and at the Ice Palace numerous times, often saying, I love to make people laugh and have a great time. Remember, when Bella sat on a lifeboat here on this stage, singing a song from Titanic and pushing everybody overboard, and finally stood up and danced and sang Mambo Italiano. Bella was one of a kind icon of Cherry Grove. At a farewell party at the Island Breeze before moving to Florida, Bella said, don't take Cherry Grove for granted. Leaving this place is a very, very hard thing to do. Well, we miss Bella very much. Ron Kressel, better known as Emperor Ron of the Imperial Court of New York, and partner Joe, better known as Antique. Ron and Joe visited Cherry Grove often. Ron was recognized for his immense kindness and being loved as a dedicated leader of the Imperial Court of New York. Donald LaBonne, longtime partner of Evan Kane. Donald was also a real icon of Cherry Grove, a very prolific and dazzling entertainer. If it was billowing clouds and feather boas, mile-high wigs and gorgeous glittering clouds, it was certainly to be Donald LaBonne's production to benefit the doctor's house here in Cherry Grove. For nearly 20 years, Donald and Sylvia Shapiro and stage sister Shirley, his partner Evan Kane, wrote and directed, produced unforgettable benefit shows. Who could forget Cherries a la Mode, Hopper Hopper, Chapel of Love, Broadway Bombshells, Hooray for Hollywood, and others. The Shapiro sisters lived since 1985 at their house, Romania, Romania, on West Road, and performed with many other stars, first at Cherries on the Bay, and since 2003 in the community house. Donald's contribution to Cherry Grove were enormous, and we will never forget him. Carmine Mastro Angelo, we knew him only as mother. He also called himself Tom McNamara. Long time ago, she served as maitre d' at the Monster restaurant. Mother loved to tell everyone she was Scottish. She wasn't, she was Italian. She sometimes wore a kilt that said St. Aloysius of New Jersey. Well, she wasn't from there either. But Mother loved the Grove, and we photographed her anytime she posed for a picture. Well, that was Mother. We will miss her. Patrick MacDonald, husband of Bill Madison. They married at the beach in 2019. In 2004, Patrick worked as a bartender at the Ice Palace, although he only worked there for one season. And he and his husband were frequent visitors and used to say, Cherry Grove is our happy place. Sorry to say, Patrick left us forever at a very young age. Louis Keith Nelson, living for many years in a house called Fairy View on Bayview Walk. Louis was a great pianist and artist and served our fire department. He donated the property at the rear and Bayview Walks to the fire department where a substation had been built. I was also told that he opened the very first all-gay male gym in Chelsea in Manhattan in the 1980s. Andy Nicholas, father of Sidney Seibert, longtime resident of Cherry Grove, renting the house called Shirley Temple on Beach Walk. Marilyn Raskind Rantinella, wife of Barbara Cerrone. Marilyn passed away after fighting cancer for over 5 years. She was a remarkable woman, devoted wife, and beloved member of the community, participated in every event here in Cherry Grove. Her warm and gentle spirit touched so many of us. Her memory is preserved in our archives, and she will live on in the hearts of so many. Patricia Ann Ritchie, wife of the late Rocky Ritchie. Patricia passed away at the age of 84. They owned Michael's Restaurant in Cherry Grove before it burned down and became Island Breeze Restaurant. Her son Michael opened the Michael's Restaurant in Cherry Grove in 1985. For 16 years, the restaurant was a home to many and was often referred to as the heartbeat of the community. Patricia, along with her family, welcomed everyone to enjoy not just a meal, but a sense of belonging. It was there that she formed lifelong relationships and touched countless lives. Before her passing, one of the last things she said was, "I was a cashier at my son's restaurant, but those were the best days of my life." Neil Sedaka, memorable songwriter who visited Cherry Grove at a time when he lived in Brooklyn. Remember his famous songs, "Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, or "Breaking is Hard to Do." Neil was 86 years old. Gunnar Ivor Seinon, longtime partner of Gary King and longtime resident of Cherry Grove. He passed away at the age of 77. Gunnar, a PhD in physics and physical chemistry, devoted more than 45 years as a scientist at the Brookhaven National Laboratory. He will be remembered not only for his brilliance, but for his kindness, his presence, and his deep love he shared. Tracy Leanne Southworth, cousin of Kai Davis. Tracy started to visit the Grove in 2019 and quickly fell in love with our beautiful slice of paradise and with all of you. With a helping the Sea Sheep for all on the Juneteenth event, planting trees with Todd and the beautification committee, helping around the community house, minding the store at Andy at the Rainbow Dreams, helping a neighbor who just needed a hand, or handing out her bountiful butterfly stickers. Tracy spread a little extra love and sunshine all around town. Tracy was just 49 when she left us, but she packed a lot of love into those 49 years. She will be incredibly missed. Mark Suelte. Mark was a very kind and a unique individual who loved being part of Cherry Grove. He passed away at the age of 61 after suffering serious falls. Mac was had an incredible knowledge of gay culture and history. His energy and enthusiasm will be sorely missed. Dr. Anna Tirado, longtime partner of Henriette van Groel. Anna was a tireless advocate for public health. She was very active in the fight against tick-borne illnesses through the Thermocell Daminex project and provided at every community meeting advice to stay healthy. When the community association was formed, Anna was one of the directors and was honored by our community in 2007. Anna was in every sense a true Cherry Grove warrior, always fighting for what was right. Dr. Anna Tirado will be deeply missed. David Morgan, longtime resident of the beach house currently called Shades of Red, where he lived with his partner Mario Cassiano and with two dachshunds, Penelope and Robin. As one of the original Cherry Grove airline stewardesses, this lovely quiet man blossomed into wittingly funny Toy, that's Toy with an E, Leadwater, inviting all available men to board Flight 69 to the Pines. Off island, David worked as a house manager for the Nederlander Theater and lent his beautiful tenor voice to the choir of Riverside Church. Al Wolf, partner of the late Dennis Curley. They lived in a house called Dennis and the Wolf on Bayview. Al was part of the Charles Whipple group that created the Memorial Trust in 1989, later to be incorporated as the not-for-profit Cherry Grove Memorial Fund. Al remained on the board since 2024 and was board president from 2011 to 2014. He was a great supporter of the Memorial Fund and other Cherry Grove activities. The generosity of Al Wolf will be deeply missed. James Harrison Wooten, husband of Eduardo Seiger. Jim came to Cherry Grove early in 1972 and lived in a house called Port of St. James on Lewis Walk. Jim volunteered as a piano technician for the Arts Project, ensuring that the music in the community house remained vibrant and alive. We certainly will miss him. And I just received a note, I read now the pets, and I just received a note that the cat Cheese Younger passed away. The cat of the owner is Corey Younger, and Cheese Younger was 8 years old. The dog Bella of Deborah Farley and Alison Warner. Bella lived 10 years. The dog Cosmo, mine and my husband Joanna Nia. Cosmo lived 14 years. Now Bella and Cosmo will play a game together at Dog's Heaven. The cat Nellie of Howard Brenner and David Austin. Nellie lived 20 years. The dog Phyllis of Ann Scarpa and Rosie Gracie. Phyllis lived 15 years. The dog Phyllis of Michael Moran and Matthew George. Phyllis lived 16 years, sorry. The dog Oliver of Kevin Klaus. Oliver lived 16 years. The dog Simon of Wanda Sykes and Alex Lietbalski. Simon lived 17 years. May they all rest in peace. Now the following video has been created by Ray Bucknlow with music performed by Dan Daly.
It seems so different here. As I look around, I have found it all looks so unclear. Can it really be I'll never see you walking through that door? And am I never gonna hear you sing your song anymore? I remember the moments we shared, those precious memories that cannot be compared, creating times together that's forever gone. But the memories we made live on and on. And something in my heart keeps saying it's just so long, but never goodbye. One day we'll meet again when we can love and laugh and cry. Some say nothing is forever, but they're all wrong. Love lives in our hearts for more than just a whole life long. If I could trade my remaining years on your behalf, I'd give my soul for one more chance just to hear your laugh, or to see you smile for a little while would make it all worthwhile. Without you here, the pain just drives me insane. So all I do is keep on saying it's just so long, but never goodbye. One day we'll meet again when we can love and laugh and cry. Some say nothing is forever, but they're all wrong. Love lives in our hearts for more than just a whole life long. Oh, just so long, but never goodbye. One day we'll meet again when we can love and laugh and cry. Some say nothing is forever, but they're all wrong. Love lives in our hearts for more than just our whole life long. People say the show must go on, but my heart would rather say it isn't so. And people who believe things happen for a reason can't give me one good reason why you had to go. There were still unfulfilled dreams and plans. Now it seems those dreams and plans are in God's hands. There's one question that I need to ask. It's why, no matter how hard I try, why can't I seem to say goodbye? Heartache slowly goes away. And just how much time must pass before that I'm okay to live without you for even just one day? Sometimes life can be so unkind. Thoughts of you just keep reappearing in my mind. There are moments when I feel I can't go on. can I find the strength to carry on and see the truth now that you're really gone? What if I should hear your name or hear that certain song that brings me to a place as if I'm back where I belong? But what if someone laughs or even looks a lot like you? What else can I do? It will break my heart in two. My world is torn apart, but I know tomorrow and forever you'll be in my heart. And I'll pray for God to take away this pain. Now you're gone, life must go on, but in my heart the scars remain. All those memories we made will always live inside my brain. So curtain up, light the lights. Why must our story end? So now I really know that the show must go on, my friend. Dreamed that I could fly. I can't believe it's true, I'm really climbing high. What a wondrous view. The skies are blue. There's so much to see. I feel free. That I got my wings. There's so many magical things I never knew I could do. It's crystal clear. Way up here there is more to explore, and like an eagle I want to soar. I glide with grace in this glorious space. There is one thing I know, there is no better place than high up in the sky, where I can fly.
We thank Ray Bucknell and Dan Daly for this heartfelt video. We also would like to express our gratitude to all those who provided pictures and for information about the disease. And today, I would like to name some friends of Shell Grove that we remembered some years ago on this day. 5 years ago, we remembered Victor Alfieri, partner of Robert Scherbius, also known as Cobra. Since the wedding chapel was out of reach, Victor married Cobra at the beach. Tony Bondi brought a chair on wheels and was maid of honor in high heels. 10 years ago, we remembered Vernon Kidd. Vernon Kidd planted apple trees to harvest lots of fruits it carries. I asked him once, why apple trees? He said, they're easier to pick than cherries. 10 years ago, we remembered Sherwood Dewey, a barkeeper at a Monster and Top of the Bay. Sherwood really made strong drinks, by the way. At a Pride parade, he fell off a float that day. The plastic chair broke, but he was okay. 20 years ago, we remembered Maggie McCorkle. Maggie McCorkle loved to talk about this beautiful house she had built on Seawalk. When Dixie sang on the stage about his bill, Maggie changed it to, I love my chill. Remember our dogs and cats finally that loved us unconditionally. Really, they never left us alone. They always found their way home. All men and women and all in between are loved forever. That's what we mean. Love is written in every sentence in our book, In Remembrance. And as you may know, the updated book, In Remembrance, from 1990 to 2025, will be given to every donor to the Memorial Fund. So thank you very much, and in conclusion, please rise for a minute of silence. Thank you. Please greet your neighbor and leave in peace.
I think we can joke.
What's that?
Take care of yourself.